Hey, it's James from JBS, and I wanted to make this video on engine braking because there's other companies out there that mislead people about taking out the primary spring, and the reason they do it is because we do it. There's no other reason for them to make that video like they did, because they don't know how it actually works. So I'm going to explain it to y'all here. And I understand my customers don't know exactly how it works, and so if somebody tells them something or they see it, it's easy to believe them, because they're really supposed to know what they're telling you since they're posting it. It's really a lie for them to come on there and do that and not really know what the results are. So here's how it works, because I know. Because I do this every day. I don't know what some of you guys do, and you'd have to tell me, and if you told me wrong, I'd probably believe it if that was your trade. So that's how it is these days. But I'm going to try to explain it here to you and not just show you on a draggy pulling out the primary spring makes it slower. Of course it makes it slower if you got 35s and you pull it out. So here's what we're going to talk about. The primary spring pulled out with big tires with no other adjustments, is that the right thing to do? No, it's not. Because you're lowering the RPMs and you're increasing shift out, which is not needed for big tires. That's opposite. And here is what controls engine braking. So weights, primary spring, and secondary spring, they all have the same effect on engine braking. All three. So this is really easy to see and understand. Alright, anytime the weights are heavier and the clutch shifts out earlier, you have less engine braking, because shift out is what controls engine braking. If you lower the RPMs anyway with the weights pulling out the primary spring or the secondary spring, you're going to lose engine braking when you lower the RPMs. So if you raise the RPMs, you have more engine braking. So just pulling out the primary spring is like adding heavier weights. It's the wrong way to go for heavier tires. Heavier tires, you want less weight in the clutch so it doesn't shift out as fast. And let me see here. I made a list because I wanted to go over a few things. So the weights being heavier is less RPMs. Less weight in the weights is more RPMs. So that, and like I said, the heavier they are, the lower the RPMs, the faster the shift out. No primary spring, I might have said this already, is just like having heavier weights. It's the same thing, except the belt is tighter on return without a primary spring. And that's why we do it, because the belt stays tighter on return. Alright, in drag racing, if people get their clutches done and they want to drag race, if you're going to run on level ground, then you're going to want to run the most weight that you can run without it bogging. So if you take that same drag racing setup and head to the hills, it's not going to be the optimum setup for pulling those hills, because it was doing it on level ground. And it will shift out quicker on level ground because it's not under load. And it doesn't take as much power to push that vehicle on level ground. So more weight until it bogs is going to be faster. So if we send somebody a setup, you want to drag race it, well, you got to add some more weight if you want to get the real effects on level. Set it up for that. Alright. So, and another thing is, on my mods, it doesn't matter if it has mods or not. It all goes back to the weights, the primary spring, and the secondary spring. That's what controls your engine braking only. So like I said, if you put stiffer secondary spring, then you're going to have more engine braking on a stock setup. That's just the way it works. That's the only change you make. And then you're going to have more engine braking. And like I said, I hope this helps everybody out on how engine braking works, because like I said, the videos out there, oh, you shouldn't pull out the primary spring, when they don't really know. That's the bottom line. They don't really know how it works. But this is how it works. The weight of the weights, the primary spring, and the secondary spring. So you pull out the primary spring, get my heavier secondary spring, you got more bite, better setup on return, and it will be faster if you get it set up without the primary spring. So check us out at JBS Performance, and if we can help you out, we'll do what we can. Thanks for watching.